Hello everybody and welcome to Season 1, Episode 10, IkkyDoot Streams Create Above and Beyond. Hello everybody, happy Wednesday, how are you all doing? Thank you very much for joining me and my... whatever that thing is. I think it's still art, but yes, we are back for another episode. I hope everybody is having a decent enough weekend. I'm not entirely sure what we're doing this time, but as promised, we're probably going to have a look at the andesite machine, maybe, or I think probably the andesite machine, because we've got this bit now. We've got the slabs, we've got the kelp and that making. It probably we could do both if we manage our time, which we probably won't. But yeah, we'll give it a go. Might have to do some more filling in here for the next step of it anyway, so which will be the deployer part of it, where we take this and the finished item over there and turn it into our lovely contraptions. Probably. But yeah, all seems to be working at the moment. Just going over checking all of the things. Need to get another filter in there, but yeah, seems to be working for now. And we have a decent supply of algal blend, so... Right. Back to the base, and we'll have a quick review and see what needs doing. So, Wednesday, hump day. We have got to the middle part of the week. Well done, people. I always feel like that needs a well done, because... yeah, sometimes it can be a very long week. I wasn't feeling particularly well on Monday anyway, so that wasn't much fun. I don't know what's going on. I think I've got like a weird cold / virus or something, but don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Probably. Get going. So, into here, into my high aspirations. And this is our little tree at the moment that we're going through. And we can say that we've done this one. We're gathering sand. We're gathering kelp. We're turning the sand into clay. And we're turning the two of them into the algal blend. We now need to cook it to make the algal brick. We're also now doing, well, all of this really. So we can tick it all off. So we're now making stripped logs and planks. The reason it says it's not complete yet is because I'm not actually holding a plank, and we're using the slabs now. I don't know, automated. Hang on. 1, 2. There we go. Now we're holding them. Back to the tree. Now I'm doing that. Thank you. Which means we've completed a full leg, really, before we get to the deploy bit, which is the bit I was just talking about out there with the where we need to link it up to various other bits. Which leaves this here really to get started on. So gathering andesite manually takes time. Thankfully, bedrock can cause lava to form andesite infinitely. At this time, it's best to set up some drills to break generated blocks beneath lava and water. Since bedrock is blocking the space beneath, you'll have to find another way to collect the drops from the other sides. So basically, you can't put a hopper or something underneath it, or a conveyor belt underneath it, because, well, there's bedrock in the way. So we'll get into that a little bit. So what do we need to make? If I go to my create over here, we need to make one of these chappies, mechanical drill. Now I don't know if I've shown you the little animation that comes with this one, but I mean it's a no-brainer. You pluck something in front of the drill drills it. Here we go. Haja, see? You can use it on planks, you can use it on blocks, you can use it on all sorts of things. You can even attach it to a little arm thing that will move forwards. So you can actually make an automated drilling machine, which is kind of interesting at the least. I've never done it like that before. I found it just as easy to get it going with the other thing. But, you know, it is what it is. I found it easier to do it this way. So, first things first. We need an andesite machine, which means we need some more kinetic mechanisms. Yeah, we need to go there. So, saw. We need some cogwheels. We're probably going to need more cogwheels than that, but for now we'll go with that many cogwheels. There we go. One of them, one of those, and some andesite. So, oak log, cogwheel, iron saw, and andesite alloy. And we're going to need a drill and a fan. We're going to need a lot more than just a drill and a fan, to be fair, because we're going to try and make both of them. But I don't think I'm going to have enough. Yeah, just not enough. Typical. Typical. Never mind, it's all good. Give me 2 seconds just to finish making up these, and we'll get you sorted. So, cogs. There we go. So some more planks, cogs, saw, and andesite bitties. There we go. That should be everything we need. Should be. Right. Fling that back in there for now. So, we have our kinetic mechanisms. Let's also then make some more andesite casings, because we're going to need those. And then we're going to make the andesite casings in the middle with the kinetic mechanisms around the outside. You make yourself some andesite machines, which is what we need as the base builder block, as I've said before. So from the base builder block, we need to attach a drill head to it. Now, slightly more expensive than the previous one with the saw, but some iron nuggets, 2 iron sheets, and 2 lead ingots, which I'm pretty sure go here, and we'll choose the drill head. So as I said, 3 iron nuggets, 2 lead ingots, 2 iron sheets, makes 1 drill head. Over to the smithing table that we just made, and we'll plop that one in there, and 1 in here. So one of the andesite machines, the drill head, will make you the mechanical drill. Ta-da! Right? So I'll pop it down on the floor and you can just see that's a thingy. So the power for this one, if I can get it to turn up the other way maybe, hang on. Yeah, there you go. Goes in through the back. There you go. So much like the fan, which the power goes into the back, and also the saw over there, the power goes into the back. So we'll get that set up in a tiddle, and we'll see how that goes. We also wanted to make a fan, which I wonder if I've got all of the items out here, because the idea is we're going to set the drill up over the top of the block, and then we're going to use a fan. Oh, I do, there we go. So 1 propeller blade, which is 4 of the flattened iron sheets and 1 of the andesite alloys. And then we're going to take our andesite machine and our fan and create an encased fan. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, as they say. Right. We're also going to want to make a water wheel for down there when we get down there. Right, I think that's everything we need for now. Probably. Did want to make another fan, didn't I? And then didn't. But it's fine, we'll do it all at once. Because we're going to need 2 fans, one for cooking the algal blend as it goes by, so that when it gets to that point it's actually cooked and in its block form, and then we can actually start using it on the eventual line that will go here. But for now, that'll do. Yeah. Right. So, as I mentioned last time, I did a bit of prep work. I flattened out that bit for a start, and I also made this. What is this? This is a headache as you go down. So I'm sorry for anybody that gets a little bit motion sick now, because I made the most rudimentary way down to bedrock. So I do apologise. It's a little bit boring. Eventually we'll add some kind of like lift in here or something so we can make it a bit more interesting. But for now, this is generally just a hole down to bedrock. For those interested, by the way, that's the Darkstone. That's from Forbidden and Arcanus. I've never done Forbidden and Arcanus before, but that's it. Actually looks quite nice. So I don't know if you can do anything else with it, but I mean probably. Hang on, let me have a look for you. So if I go in here and then press U, you can use it from the looks of it like regular cobblestone. So you make nice fences, you can make machines, what else? Oh, you can do it, you can cut it into slabs and whatnots as well. So I mean, you could use it as a decorating block, but it's a bit dark for my liking. I don't know. Up to you. Up to you. Right, let's pluck away some of these. I didn't know it came in gold form, that's pretty. I don't know if you get in trouble for breaking those with any piglins. That's normally the case, isn't it, when you're in the nether or whatever. You get in trouble with the piglins if you break those. And I'm just going to clear out a space down here. Now, you want a reasonable space, otherwise you are going to be a bit cramped. But you don't need anything big down here. You could make the operation a lot bigger by adding a lot more... yes, I did just try and break bedrock, then that's not going to work, is it? You can make it a lot bigger and have more drills going, but early stages, to be honest, you're not going to need it. Early stages, you're only really going to need one. You can supersize them, but I've never seen much of a reason to. Just because, yeah, why would you need it that big? I probably will bake it a bit bigger eventually, but this for now will do. Ooh, we got some more lead. For those that didn't see lead, you do need that in a couple of recipes. So we're just going to chop away. Chop, chop, chop. Getting a bit dark and also a bit claustrophobic down here. There you go. Let there be light. Right. Oh, I should have grabbed some water while we were down here. Oh, before we came down. Never mind. I'll have to get back up again. All Gucci. Oh, and that's the cinnabar ore for those that are interested as well. So that cinnabar ore is actually redstone, technically. But it's the redstone from this pack, which means you need to chuck it through a grinder to make it so you can use the crushing wheels, which we'll be looking at in chapter 3. Or you can just use this one, which we already have upstairs. We just haven't got a regular area for it. So, and it turns it into redstone. You won't find redstone normally generating in this pack. It's just one of those things that is ultimately very different from other games. There we go. Right. As you can see, we haven't got a massive amount of space to work with down here. But we've got enough space. We've got enough space. And actually, I think this might be the perfect space for what we want. So, I found this works the best. You might have a better way of doing it, but this setup has served me well. So, I will explain in a second. I'll lay it out and then I'll explain it in a second. So, for those of you that have played like Skyblock before, this is a familiar layout, very familiar layout for you. This is a automated or a cobblestone generator, because what you do is you put water here and it'll go down one and into that block, and you put lava here, and as it rolls across this one it'll touch the water and turn into cobblestone. But because this is actually a different pack, this is the mod pack, and because it's over bedrock, it'll turn it into andesite rather than cobblestone. So then you can pop the drill over that. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to just nip into this hole here, poke that there, and then we're going to take our mechanical drill and have it, as I said, pointing downwards, because it's going to be breaking this block here, this air gap. So, as I said, for those of you that have played a Skyblock version or a version where you end up with limited resources, what we're making right now, technically, is a cobblestone generator. So as you can see, the water, because if you mix water and lava, you end up making obsidian. But if you have it just so it touches, you will make cobblestone. Although in this instance, it's actually going to be andesite. Or in this case, granite. Really? You couldn't have just been andesite for you know, for me. So yeah, in a lot of the common what I call sky blocks, you make this first off because you would get free resources from it, because you're basically using one lava bucket to get a bunch of stone rather than one lava bucket to get just one piece of what's it called? Obsidian. Sorry. Brain completely dropped that then. Thanks. Water wheel. Yep, there. Perfect. And then we can connect that up with the shaft. And then we'll probably enclose this bit, not that bit. So, chip, 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 chip. I'm enclosing it for now because we'll open it up again in a bit to add the water. There we go. Yeah, we'll open it up again in a second to add the water. Meanwhile, we now have a bit more space to play with, so let's see. We can take that off because we now have it far enough out, and we can connect, hopefully, this guy with a bit of jiggery pokery. Wrong way. Wrong way. Still wrong way. Really? Oh, if only if I had a brain. There we go. Hopefully that'll be blowing the right way. If it isn't, we'll have to jiggery pokery it some more. It won't be the first time. And we might have to give ourselves a bit more headroom, so we've got space to actually link this buddy up. Right. Because then if we can get that connecting somehow to this. So I'm going to turn the gearbox round. And I'm going to attach it. Let's go here like that, because then I can take this there. Right? Does that make sense to any of y'all? Yeah? Watch what happens. Bum. Bum. And then we've got that in the right level for that. Bum. Bum. Easy. And that should be enough power to operate both the mechanical drill and the fan. Pop a barrel there. And then we're probably going to make a quick hopper, since we have the iron down here. This is why I brought everything down with me. I know that I ran out of bag space, but I mean, saves running all the way back upstairs again until I get some kind of cheeky remote for storage or whatever. This will do. And then you'll notice as it blows, and it does take a moment, as it blows, it will eventually push it over this hopper and should get into the box. See? Ta-da! It's in the box. Slightly back to the drawing board, but not in a disastrous fashion. Because all we need to do is relink up or rejig a few of these. What did I do with all of my cogs? Did I go through that many cogs? Can't have gone through that many cogs. I must have gone through that many cogs. Fine. Oh well. Right, Jimmy. Here we go. Let's try this again. So we're going to make some buttons. We're going to make some cogs, some small cogs. Probably need a lot more of that than that, actually. Let's be a bit more generous with this, shall we? So, make some itty bitty cogs. Here we go. Better. Get rid of the kelp that's currently clogging up my inventory again. Because we want to take you this way again. And of course it's going the wrong way, but that's fine. Because all we'll do is we'll take that one more, obeying the rule of 2, and that's now going the right way. Oops. Which means that conveyor belt now is going the right way. Right? Now let's see if we turn this one that way, will it be going slow as well? It should be. It's going slow the wrong way. Fine. That one to that one. Oh, you menace. Behave. Come on. Give. Hang on. That one. There we go. Hey, now it's going the right way. So, we've uncoupled that conveyor belt from that conveyor belt because we don't need it to be doing that at the moment, right? So this one's still going great guns a-blazing and giving me more kelp than I ever need. And it's going this way into this one, which is pulling it across that, which means we now need to link this up, but preferably to something a bit speedier. So maybe we do try and put it on this side again. And possibly link it up to that other thing. So let's pop the fan here. And then, I mean, we could link it up to that one, but that does seem a bit frivolous. Let's see if we can take it this way instead. So if that's spinning that way, shafts this way. This way, please. And then one into that, and then one into that. And then it's blowing again. Lovely. Okay. So then we go 1, 2. Although I probably should have placed that back a bit, actually, because the lava goes here. Although we could just use a fence post. I don't believe it'll set the fence post on fire, but, you know. I don't believe it will. Do we have any spare fence posts? No. Fine. Right. One of those. One of those. And then, that's a gate post. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. But I don't, so you're safe. There we go. And then hopefully the fire shouldn't, the lava shouldn't set fire to that. If it does, we'll just have to go and get a, it doesn't look like it does it? Nice. Okay. If it does, we'll just have to go get like a cobblestone fence or something, so that it does work. But for now, that'll do. Right, you will find this thing has a billion uses. A billion. Not even joking. Well, I might be exaggerating, to be fair, but definitely not joking. So, where did I put that? There we go. So, if I fling this down here, much like the water jet, which is cleaning the stuff and turning it into coal or clay or whatever, it should go through this and it should turn into the baked variety. Ta-da! So we've now automatically made the algal brick. I'll stand still for 2 seconds so you can see the next one do it as well. You'll notice it has little black particles around it as it goes through, so you know something's happening. And ta-da! Algal brick. Oops. Oh dear! Do you see that? Okay, so it did burn the fence post. Oh well. 2 seconds. We'll make one of those. Cobblestone wall. And they should still go through it. There we are. Rope pulley. Now it's not expensive to make, so maybe we try it. The rope pulley. Hold W to ponder. You don't need to make any of the andesite machinery as well, which is quite nice. And as you can see here, it'll go down. And it'll come back up again, like magic. But what it does need is this here, which is the gearbox. By flipping it on and off, you're changing the direction of the pulley. And you can attach it to the chassis that we used on the kelp farm. You can use it to move those, which means that I could stick a chest to this and have it go up and down. But you can't really automate that, I don't think. Or at least I haven't figured out how to yet. But let's give it a go. So we need to make a bunch of things now. So, where'd it go? Just had it. How can I lose something that quickly? There it is. Need to make some rope. Is that how we make rope? Burley. Rope from supplementaries, Farmer's Delight. Aha! Okay, so we use the straw. So it can use several different types of straw. Fine. Simple. So we needed some of these. One of those. And some rope. And some iron sheets. Do we have any more iron sheets? Obviously not. It's fine. We'll go make some. Oh, and hey, there's a good example to show you. Iron dust. Because you can do it like that. So if I'll go show you that as well when we go up there. Meanwhile, do I have any? I have one. Oh, wow, I have one. Fine. 2 seconds. Now we have enough for rope. Ta-da! So quickly make the rope. You get 3 bits, which is quite nice, to be fair. And then we just need the iron sheet. Right. Come back out here. And back over the other side of the river. I don't know why I don't just use the boat to go back and forth. The boat is here. Never mind. Iron. And we'll go and nip over here real quick to show you what happens to the iron dust. I mean, you probably already figured it out, but it's kind of cool nonetheless. So, whoop. Get things on the conveyor, you just have to press Q, throw it, hold it in your hand and press Q. And then we stand here and we watch this again for a second, and you'll see as it cooks. So it means then I don't actually have to use the Tink smeltery back there, but I mean the Tink smeltery back there has got more automation to it. So you can see it baked that into 1 iron nugget, which is basically the conversion rate you would get from shoving it in a normal furnace. But I mean, beggars can't be choosers. Sometimes if you're out here and you need a bit of something, it's just as quick to shove it on this and use this. And there are ways to use this to cook stuff as well, to turn it into food that you can actually eat. There you go. Turned into iron nugget. And I tell you what, we like iron nuggies. So, right, back over here, grab my iron sheets. And make the rope pulley. Redstone, 2 cogwheels and an andesite casing makes a gear shift. What does the gear shift do? I did notice you got a double on it, so I'm going to do the double for you. There we go. So they will relay information to go one way or the other way. Which if it has to turn one way and then the other way, like a pulley does, you can use that to go the other way, so to speak. So, and it's all done by a flick of a switch. So we need to have a switch as well. Steaks. So if we go, we're not going to use that one. Oof, I nearly did it again. Nearly used my andesite to make something that would be daft. There we go. Oop. Better. Ah, it's going. Right, okay, let's see if we can beat it down. Taking the glue and squidging some on the top of my box, which then squidging to that, which is the linear sachet, and when that contraption gets down here, I've run out of space to show you. Oh, and I got stuck in my fan again. When that gets down here, it should just go kadunk and start lifting it all up. Hang on. There we go. So it should be coming down. Really not much space to look. Actually, if I take that off, there we go. So can you see the hose coming down? If this comes out without the barrel on, I'm just gonna call it quits. Call it a night there. Here it comes. Ta-da! So you've got the sachet, which is attached to our barrel. Now you can't click on it, you can't open it because it's currently part of the machinery. So, but what you can do is you can attach this. Not quite. That wasn't what I was expecting. Hang on a second. Movement mode, place only when arrive. Only in start. Always place when... Hang on, I can't see the full of that. Out of the way, lever. Okay. Movement mode. Always place when stopped. Place only in starting position. Place only when anchor destroyed. Don't know why you would want that one. So always place when stopped. Which should mean then we will be able to... Haha, there we go. Attach that. And I'll change the directional mode of that coming out. So that then when it does come up here, we'll be able to pull it out of that and drop it onto a conveyor belt and send it off on its merry way. So that appeared to work. Right, we've got some redstone. Hello. There we go. Right. Crafting bench. Crafting bench. Compass. Make compass. Which is the standard Minecraft compass, so I'm assuming you all know that. Then you have the shaft, the andesite casing, and the compass will make you the speedometer. What does the speedometer do? Yeah, guessed it. It'll tell you the speed. Let's see if I can find a decent place to connect it to. Oop. There. So now you can see the rotational speed of this one. So you can tell how fast you've gone. So if you then added a big cog, a little cog, so on, you'd see this would be more than 12 RPM. But at the moment we haven't sped it up at all, so that's 12 rotations per minute. Right? However, if you come over here into this crafting bench again and pop the speedometer in there, you get the stress-o-meter, which you can then attach to things and it'll tell you how much stress a thing is using. And this one, it looks like we're actually not using, so this is making 192, 192 on the on both water wheels. And then it's dividing it between all of these machines. So you can see at the moment it's using 192 on that one. And it's using 24 on that one, so on and so forth. So so it's using most of the power from this wheel, but this wheel has currently got some extra left in it, if that makes sense. So let me just come back over here to our lovely little lava of doom. Yep, there we go. Hello. Hi. So that, I think, concludes this episode of the wonders of Above and Beyond. Create, as by Simi Dojo. I thank you very much for coming to watch my stream, and I will definitely catch you on Friday, where we will be setting up the probably final part of this, where we actually get all of the components together. Because we have all of the components now. We have the andesite, we have the cooked andesite alloy, we have the slabs, so on and so forth. But we have all of it with all of this now, basically, to finish our little quest here and go to this one. Well, this one, and then this one. So we'll probably see you doing this and this one next episode. Oh, we can tick that now as well. There we go. We'll probably see this and this doing next episode. So actually making the kinetic mechanisms, and we'll nearly be completed on High Aspirations. Nearly, very close. But that is for Friday's episode. I will hopefully see some of you then. And in the meantime, have a glorious rest of the week. I hope it goes smoothly and fast, and that you've got a lot planned for the weekend. Thank you all for coming, and good night.